Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. I appreciate you watching it. And just to give another shameless plug to my podcast I have with my friends, Football a Podcast. If you like what I do here, feel free to give us a listen on the podcast. If you like it, that's great. If not, that's fine too. You don't have to listen, or you can listen. Totally up to you. So, anyways, back to Out of the Park Baseball. We are just getting our first win. Sorry for the dramatic pause. We just got our first win, I should say, against the Cardinals last game. It was a little bit of a precarious win. Tristan Beck pitched pretty damn well, to be quite honest. He went 7 strong, and we played every single game. I'm sure you guys are well aware of that. And we were going to play every single game until we won. So we finally did it, so now we can see if the sim gods, as we sim this, agree with me that my team is better, that the Pirates are better than that this year, and actually deserve to be one of the best teams in the NL. The Cardinals team is pretty legit, not going to lie. When we played them, that lineup is a deep lineup. They have good players. Not so sure about their pitching staff. We've only seen one so far. But, that's a legit team. And so far in our lineup, I mean, we're 4 games in, but the Royce Lewis just raking right now at a 1,500 OPS. That's wild. Over an 1,100 slugging percentage. I mean, that's what will happen when you have 3 home runs and 2 doubles in your first 16 at bats. So, I mean, it's a little bit too early to really make any judgments. To be honest, I am worried about our pitching, but we'll see. So in this video now, we will sim the month of April, and we're going to see how we do. A couple things I'm going to keep an eye on is I expect the batting to increase, our ranks and our statistics to increase pretty significantly. I think we're probably one of the best hitting teams in the National League this year. This is what I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching the total runs against, obviously, and the starters ERA, and then the FIP, because that's really what the ERA is supposed to be. So it takes out, I believe, luck and a couple other things as well. So those are the things that I'm going to be watching there to see how we progress. I imagine this gets a little bit better, but I bet you this, at the end of the month, I bet you we're probably, 6, 7 here. I bet you for most of these statistics for the pitching side, we're probably in the double digits, I would say. So we'll see how it goes. We'll go to the schedule here as we do. So we got swept by the Reds to start the year, and they weren't even really particularly close losses. And we won against the Cardinals here. So let's see if we can clinch a series win now, which would be great with the second game. 4-0 loss. Oh, what happened? Only a 2-hitter. Beer and Hayes were the only players with 2 hitters, or only players with hits. Brubaker didn't pitch too bad. They just really outpitched us. I mean, and I think we got a little bit lucky if you look at that. 10 hits and only 4 runs. Got a little bit lucky there. So let's see if we can win the series. Oh, this isn't good. Maybe these are just the best 2 teams we'll play all year. All right, 12-9 win. Let's see. Thomas 3 for 5. Senzel 4 for 4. And we've got to remember there's a couple players, or I don't know if a couple. Let me look at that. I know Senzel, we don't really have the money to keep. And yeah, Paddock and Senzel are kind of in that group where we don't really have the money to keep them. And if we're not going to go anywhere, we might have to trade them. Or maybe losing Paddock and Perez, we might be able to keep them. If we can make some other roster moves. I'm not sure exactly how he'd free up that cash, but anyways, I'm unsure of that. That's why I really want to win or get into, or go far this year, I should say. So that's why this start is really kind of breaking my heart. All right, so took game 1 of the second series against the Reds, 12-9. We have an off day. All right, second game of the series, 4-0 win. Okay, that's good. Let's see who only, 4 hits, four 4 runs. Madrigal, Blade, Thomas, and Kelly. I know I've been giving Madrigal a lot of shit so far, but a 121 average will lead me to do that. Paddock went 7 strong, 10 Ks. That's a vintage Paddock performance right there. 75 game score. Thank you for coming out and dominating. Paddock will reliable. So let's see if we can return the favor to the Reds, who swept us the first series. Let's see if we can return the favor and sweep them. That would be great. Hey, there we go. 7-2. I like that. Here, it looks like our offense might be waking up a little bit here. 13 hits, 7 runs. Beer went 2 for 4. Blade 2 for 4. Bohm 3 for 4 with 3 RBI. Thomas 2 for 4. And then you have even the bottom of the order producing. So you have 2 for 4 from Hayes, 2 for 4 for Kelly, and then Mr. No Strikeout himself, Madrigal, goes 0 for 5 with 2 Ks. So Beck, another strong outing. 7 innings pitched, 6 Ks, 8 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. That's a pretty good start to the season for Beck. Let me see any stolen bases here. We do have a lot of fast guys who can move on the base path, so I'm curious to see how many stolen bases we record throughout the year. So, all right, so let's go back check out the home screen here. All right, so now things have kind of righted themselves a little bit. 4-5 record. 2 games out of the Central lead. I know it's real early. It doesn't even help to say things like that. 2 games out of the Central lead at this point. But things have righted themselves a little bit. Team chemistry content. Maybe, that has a reason why we're not playing well. Who knows? Let's see. Meet the team. Yeah, look, we have 4 top 10 players. 5. Let's leave the pitchers out of it, and let's just look at position players. We have 4. We have the 6th best right fielder, 8th best center fielder, 6th best left fielder, 9th best shortstop, and then Madrigal right on the borderline. So this team should compete with everyone that we play. And the Padres are 6-4. They are going to be a perennially good team, as we've already seen through this playthrough. So we have a 4-game series here, and then hopefully it lightens up a little bit, but kind of a brutal start to the schedule, to be quite honest. So let's see if we can extend our win streak to 4 games and get the series against the Padres out on a good foot. Yes, a 3-0 win. Okay. What happened here? Alec Thomas, 3 for 3. Cole Tucker, 2 for 3. 7 hits, 3 runs. And JT Brubaker, 8 innings pitched, 9 Ks, 4 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned. Great start from him. Okay, so let's clinch at least a split of the series here with another win. That'd be great. I keep saying that'd be great. Okay, so 4-0 loss. We'll just keep it moving there. A 2-1 win in 10 innings. That's sweet. What happened here? Score, and obviously if it's a home team and it's 10 innings, home team scored last, but how? J.J. Blade in the bottom of the 10th produced the game-winning run-scoring single. There you go. Thank you, Mr. J.J. Madrigal, 2 for 5. Hayes, 2 for 3. Interesting that Swaggerty pinched hit for him during the game. Alamaze, 1 for 4. Kumar went 7 innings pitched, 9 Ks, 8 hits, 1 earned. Much better than his initial outing this season. Much, much better. Who ended up getting the win? Trevor Rogers. I always could get it confused. Trevor Rogers. All right, rain delay, 43 minutes in the 4th inning. So both pitchers, Mackenzie Gore, that's a big win right there. So both pitchers came out and after the rain delay and continued pitching. So kudos to them. That I don't think that would ever happen in today's baseball. So we have a split of the series. Let's see if we can clinch the series win here. 3-2. So we won a series against a pretty tough team. Madrigal, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. I like to see that. Carson Kelly, 1 for 2 with 1 RBI. Paddock, 6 innings, 4 Ks, 9 hits. Not his best start, as you can see by the game score, but regardless, he was the player of the game somehow. It looks kind of just like a game with probably a bunch of, I was going to say singles, but we had 4 doubles and they had 2 themselves, so makes up most of the hits in the game. But it looks like neither of the teams were able to put them in sequence. So, all right, Buccos looking strong. And the turnaround is real. So interesting things that we see down here, but we'll come back to that here at the end of the month. Let's see if it holds true for the rest of the month. So the Cubbies, sorry, I keep jumping between screens right now. Cubbies last place, 4-8. Hopefully we can rack up some wins here. A series win would be great. 6-4 win, that's great. I keep saying that's great. Madrigal going 2 for 6. Senzel going 4 for 5. It's a great game. Bohm 1 for 4 with a home run and a walk. Thomas 3 for 4. Royce Lewis 2 for 4 as well. So good game. Let's see how the pitcher went. Tristan Beck 5 1/3 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 walks. Not his best performance, but was good enough to get the win. So. All right, so we took the first one against the Cubs. Let's see if we can clinch a series win here, the all-important series win, and we do, 14-6. Crush them, really. Madrigal going 2 for 4 with 4 runs. He's picking it up a little bit. Beer 2 for 3 with 5 RBI. That'll be a good game. That'll get you player of the game most likely. Blade 3 for 5. Thomas 2 for 4. And then Royce Lewis 1 for 5 with 3 home runs, or 3 home runs with 3 RBI. Looks like he had a 2-run shot in the 7th inning there. So any stolen bases? Doesn't look like it. Brubaker, did he get hurt? Nope, just ineffective. So 3 2/3 innings, 3K, 10 hits, yikes. 5 runs, yikes. So our boy Ronzi Contreras coming through with the win there. All right, so now we are on the cusp of, would this be our second series sweep of the year? Let's see if we can steal the third game from Chicago. Yep, it's tough to do. Tough to sweep teams. So lost that one. 2 games back right now, 9-7. So let's see. We have the Cleveland Indians coming up. The AL team. It's like our little chemistry bar is moving closer and closer, which is good. Meet the team. Yep. All right. So just to make sure that all of our guys are in the right position here, I'm going to go, just because it's our first, I believe it's our first AL game this year, we're going to just refresh the lineups, make sure the AI gods believe that they're right where they should be, our players, at least in the lineup. So Kumar Rocker gets the start, still has no decision on the year so far against. So let's see if we can get him a win against the Indians here. Take game 1 of the series, 5-0. Rocker gets the win, 8 1/3, 6 Ks, only 4 hits. Blade going 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. Beer 1 for 4, 2 RBI. So really led it from the start, kept it close, and then in the 7th inning, looks like Seth Beer whacked the home run with 1 on, and that opened it up a little bit there. So, all right, that's game 1 of the series. Let's see if we can take game 2, clinch the series win. I know I keep saying it, but that's so important to do, is just win your series. You don't have to be perfect in games. You just have to win your series. So the Pirates do clinch a series win. 3 for 6. Senzel goes 3 for 6. Royce Lewis 3 for 5 with 4 RBI. Royce Lewis almost has racked up almost 20 RBI up to this point in the season. Paddock going 3 1/3. Did he get hurt? Nope. Brian Hayes was ejected in the 8th inning. Interesting. Just ineffective 3 1/3, it looks like. 4 Ks, 6 earned runs. So not a great start by Paddock. Our boy Contreras gets the win again. So we'll go back to the schedule here, and let's see. Can we get the sweep? It's tough to sweep teams. Yep, exactly. See, it's tough to sweep, but you take the series win. So, all right, so now we have the Twins. Okay, 9-4. It's a tough loss. Let's at least let's hang with them here. Minimize the damage. Oof, got to get the win here. Got to get the win. Can't get swept. 15-5 win. Let's check that out. Madrigal going 2 for 5. Interesting to see Madrigal getting pinched hit for in the game. Bohm going 3 for 6 with 2 RBI. Swaggerty 2 for 4 as a DH with 4 RBI. Tucker, the bottom of the order really set the pace this game. Tucker 2 for 4, 2 RBI. Hayes 2 for 5 with 2 RBI. Michael Perez 1 for 3 with 1 RBI. He's been like our long-term catcher. And Kumar Rocker going 2-0, 5 2/3, 9 Ks, 9 hits. His BABIP's still probably going to be a little bit high. He doesn't really have a dominant performance this year, but it's been decent. So, all right, we'll go back to the home here. Looks like everyone's still healthy. Fuentes just getting battered to start this season. Just getting absolutely battered. Almost a whole -1 WAR right now. I'd be interested to see if they take him out, if they would take him out of the rotation here. No, they just move him around a little bit. So, okay, so it looks like we have a couple more games this month. We'll take the off day to recharge. Then we got the White Sox here. So, okay, let's just let's see. Is it a 2-game series? Yep, 2-game series, and we are back against the Brewers. So, okay, 5-3 win. It's great. Ooh, looks like we had a little bit of turning of the tides here. White Sox went up 3-0, and then the Buccos battled back, putting up numbers in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Madrigal, no revenge game against his old team, 0-for-4, now hitting 187 this season. Just hard to believe that that's the case after hitting 343 for us and then really hitting, high 200s his entire career. So, unsure what the case is here. Does he not have a good relationship like with our coaches? I know that's a thing now. I actually do want to check that out, just out of curiosity. Meet the team. Wow, look, Nick Gonzalez has replaced has replaced Nick Madrigal on here. Team chemistry. Let's see. Yeah, it says Nick Madrigal's happy. Mike Socha doesn't have a lot of... I don't know what the issue here is. He doesn't have good or bad relationships, it seems. Staff rules. Okay. Staff cohesion is not good. Feuding. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Struggles with personable. Works well with normal. All right, so our entire staff is pretty much... I mean, if this is... the pitching's been pretty good, right? But if that's going to hold us back, that's going to hold back staff cohesion. I know we're so close to the end of the month. 1 game away, but I'm interested here. Actions. Well, I mean, hey, if he's going to ruin our freaking team here. First base coach. Struggles with easygoing. All right, so he's not bad. All right, Miguel, then you got to... you got to go, man. I should have looked into that. I should have looked into that sooner, to be honest. So, okay. Recommendations here on who we should hire. Player relationships good. Let's see. Why does he... Excellent at teaching pitching. Okay. We'll give him a shot. We'll give him a shot here. We'll keep that in mind, so we'll come back. We'll see if that changes anything. If the staff's feuding, I'm sure this will impact what kind of relationships our coach is able to have with our players. So let's come back and see if that changes things, because that's the last thing I want to screw us is a freaking AI coaching relationship. So, all right, let's see if we can get the 2-game sweep against the White Sox to end the month of April and send us into May on the right foot. Let's see. Don't know what happened. Oh, yes, 8-5 win. Okay, great. So we started 0-3, and I'm going to take the blame for starting 0-3. I mean, I can't blame anybody else. And we turned it around and ended the month 14-10. And there's Madrigal going 2-for-5. Okay. Who else had a big game? Blade went 4-for-5 here. So let's check out a few stats. Tristan Beck, 4-1 on the season, 5 2/3, 7 Ks, 5 runs. And then Blade was the player of the game. So let's go back here to the home screen. And looks like... I remember when we had 5 or 6 players hitting under 200. Now look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 players hitting over 300. one who's almost, another one who's almost there. So almost 5 players on the team hitting over 300. Might have to do something with Steven Fuentes here. Yikes. That's not a good start to the season. 2 games back from the Central Division lead. Let's go to the lineups here. Let's look at... there we go. Let's look at WAR. Alec Thomas pacing ahead, lapping the field when it comes to WAR. 1.5 WAR. I mean, he's on pace for an incredible season here. Let's see who is BABIP. Anyone particularly lucky? Yeah, it looks like our whole team's been pretty lucky so far, so we'll take it. Madrigal, been very unlucky, so you have to think that will bounce back a little bit. OPS plus, Cole Tucker. I mean, that's a small sample size, but Alec Thomas is OPS plus here in 84 at bats. He's having a breakout year. You look at Seth Beer, look at their OPSs. I mean, these are everything above. Even Alamaze has a good OPS, but we have 4 regulars: Beer, Blade, Lewis, and Thomas, who have over 880 OPS. That is a deep lineup. And then our guys are getting on base an incredible amount, hitting a lot, slugging's good. So pretty happy with that. I'm interested to see the pitching statistics here. The only one that's really given us problems is Steven Fuentes, who's just getting rocked continually, it looks like. So we might have to make and when I say change, I don't mean send him down or trade him or anything. I mean, just let's move him to the bullpen. Let's see, maybe we bring Roansy in, our boy Roansy's a starter in, or maybe call someone up or something like that, but nothing too drastic quite yet. Let's see, I'm interested to see Kumar Rocker's WAR. Yeah, 1.63, that's a little high, or whip, I mean. Our entire pitching staff, I should say our starters at least, their whip is a little too high. Fuentes just getting shelled with home runs, 3.7. Did he have that problem last year? I'm not sure. No, he did not have that problem last year. Less than a home run per game. So we're just going to assume that averages out. He's still 27 years old, which is wild because I feel like he's been with us since he was like 22. All right, so not too bad. We really turned it around since my piss-poor start I led the Pirates into. So we'll come back on the next video. We'll sim May, and hopefully we can continue building. If you look at the graph here, hopefully we can continue building on our climb. All the other teams take a little bit of a step back. So as you can see, my prediction was somewhat right. Up top, or not top left, I would say top quadrant if you were placing teams like that in terms of hitting. Like I thought, the pitching is actually a little bit better than I thought it was going to be, so no complaints there. But thanks for joining us in this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one, and hopefully we continue our rise up the standings. I'll see you.